Graeme, we're out of time, so I'm going to come to you for stock picks. You're going with two stock picks, a local, Absa, an offshore, Diageo. Talk us through the logic.
Okay, so on Absa, Simon, I mean, let's look to December 26th, understanding that 24, 23 were difficult times for them, but notwithstanding that, they'll probably give us 25, 26 rands worth of earnings for a company that's trading at 190. You do a quick calc, you've got a 7-ish PE, 55% payout ratio. By my calc, that gives you 6% after your 20% dividend withholding tax. But I think it's putting the steps in place to to sustain those earnings over the longer term. So I think Absa is just too cheap, but I do think that they're doing the right things. And then Diageo, obviously global spirits business, a giant in anybody's books, great portfolio. LATAM hurt them, and I think more recently, again, tariff threats have come down, so caused them to come down. So my sense is that under £22, forecasts are for about $1.70 to maybe $1.75 on a 1 year rolling forward. Those multiples are right for a business that is, I believe, fundamentally defensive, but they're doing enough in that portfolio to actually sustain earnings growth. So the forecasts are fairly muted in terms of earnings growth, but I think you're buying a fantastic business that's largely defensive on a low multiple and a dividend yield, if memory serves, of about 4%. So
okay.
I'd rather be there than sitting in long-dated treasuries.
No, fair point. Ricus, Meditronic.
Yeah, as Graeme mentioned the defensivity, or the defensiveness of Diageo. The other sector that's also defensive in these uncertain times, strangely enough, is health. And that's normally because you're sitting with pharma companies doing a lot of R&D and getting wonderful products, and it's sort of that kind of profit is divorced from what's happening in the general economy.
Yeah.
But within health, there's also something called medical devices, and Meditronic is a company that operates in that field, has been doing so very successfully, and that also involves a lot of R&D. As I said, they've been very successful. They've had 47 years worth of uninterrupted dividend growth. They know what they're doing. And certainly they're very specialized fields in terms of robot surgery, artificial intelligence, being applied to endoscopy, for example, some of their products. It's a hugely exciting business in terms of what's happening with robotics. And AI price has been flat for almost 2 years, down a forward P of about 18, upside from current about $97 to 110 or 115, defensive and possibility of a share price increase.
We'll leave it there then. That's it for tonight's Stock Watch. Thanks to our guests, Ricus Reeders, PSG Hole in One, Ruimsig, Meditronic, Graeme Körner from Körner Perspective, Diageo and Absa. Up next, the close. Stay watching.